Trekcast.
The galaxy's most unpredictable Star Trek podcast.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Trekcast, the galaxy's most unpredictable Star Trek podcast. Today on the show, we're going to talk about Star Trek Khan. Plus, we've got your listener feedback. Daniel's got the news, and now I am the the czar of the Trekcast Facebook group, Scott Strongbeard Bowders.
I was going to say, it's going to be Star Trek Con and a Star Trek Con.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. Yeah. So
how you doing, man?
I'm doing great. It's
Did you have a
been
good Thanksgiving?
Yeah, great Thanksgiving. Had I got 4 days off. So I'm going back to work tonight. So
Nice.
yeah, the weather's a little crappy.
Oh no!
I don't know if you can see behind. Yeah, it's not. Oh, we got like a foot.
Oh man! It is time.
But it's supposed to clear up by tonight, so that shouldn't be too bad.
By clear up, you mean the roads will clear up, not that
the roads will right. The roads will clear up. They're pretty good at snow removal around here. So I mean, it's Michigan and Indiana and Illinois. So
yeah, they're used to it.
But
we had a dusting, and that's about it.
Okay,
but not too bad yet. It's been weird, man. Like we used to get snow by now when I was like in high school, and now we don't really get snow until like January. Like we'll get dustings, but like actual sticks on the ground snow isn't until January now.
Don't they have a name for that or a concept for that?
Yes. Yes.
I think they do.
They do.
It has something to do with warming and climate and all that.
And that's right. The globe. Yes.
Yeah.
It's so crazy.
Or it's just a coincidence. Who knows?
Right. Or it's just, it's a lie. And
It's funny. I'm rewatching Picard, and I'm in the middle of season. I don't know. I'm bored. I guess
Okay.
I just got a hankering.
Yeah.
And I just started season 2, and if you recall that season 2 is about a timeline change.
Yes.
And so the evil Earth, instead of fixing the ozone, they just put a Band-Aid on it, and they basically put a giant like saran wrap force field grid around the Earth to fix the ozone layer instead of reverse the damage.
I feel like that's what we would do.
Yeah.
I just started watching the It TV show Welcome to Derry.
Okay.
And that's
I have no idea what that is.
Oh, the horror movie with the clown?
Oh, with the clown. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
If my wife was here, she'd be like, "Hey, dummy, it's the blah blah blah." She knows all about that stuff, but
yeah, no, it's the one with the clown, and it's weird, man. It's really weird. I kind of like horror stuff, so I got into that, and then I also am starting to watch. You ever see that show American Gods?
I've heard of it. I haven't seen it.
Well, it's on Amazon right now. And
okay.
So I started watching that, and
now's the time, right? Because you can't. Right. There's nothing to do outside. I can't walk outside, let alone.
Yeah.
I can barely drive. So now's the time where you're, binge watching some stuff. And you just asked, why are you watching Picard? And then I realized subconsciously, I just met Tim Russ, Brent Spiner, and a bunch of other actors. Todd, Chadwick.
Oh, Todd. Yeah.
Stashwick. Stashwick. Thank you. Dipshit from Chicago.
That's right. That's right.
So I think I just got, Jerry Ryan was there. There were so many people there. Doug Jones. I got to meet a lot of them. So I guess that's the secondary thing we might touch on is the fact that I went to the Star Trek convention and
and you got to meet some listeners too.
I got to meet some listeners. I had a list of some of the people. I posted your names on the Facebook group.
That's right, people. He's got a list and he's checking it twice.
That's right. And one of the guys we met in Chicago in 2022.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah, I just forgot your name. I'm so sorry. I've got a bunch of names floating around and a lot of stuff running around in my head. And
but
it was great.
While you're doing that,
it was great to meet everybody.
Are you okay? Well, I was going to say,
Yeah.
we also do have an announcement to make. We had talked about a kind
Oh,
of an event
yeah.
we're putting on.
I'm
So
excited about
maybe,
this.
yeah, so am I. So let me bring up the image here. Um, so guys, this year we're not doing a postcard, a Christmas card. We decided to do something a little bit different. So what we decided to do is we're going to do a Trekcast toy drive. And so what we decided was instead of you guys shipping toys to us so then we could donate to our local charities, we thought, we got so many listeners all over the planet. Why not spread the cheer, if you
Yeah.
will,
Yeah.
and donate to your own local toy. Like here in America, it's called Toys for Tots. I'm sure in other countries they have some equivalent thing, donating
Yep.
toys to the less fortunate that need something. So what we're asking is, please donate to your local charities, but share your pictures online of those images. And when you do, use the hashtag Trekcast Toy Drive. So whatever you're going to donate, take a photo of it, share it online, and share it with Trekcast Toy Drive in the hashtags.
Yep.
And that way that's part of our toy drive, and that's
And,
all.
and the idea behind that is not to say, hey, look, I donated something. It's to generate buzz.
That's
When
right.
you do like the hashtags and stuff like that and take the photos,
Yeah,
it generates buzz. When you generate buzz, more people get involved and the more
there he
people
is.
join, that kind of thing. So,
Yeah.
whoa, yeah, we're good, Dan.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding.
we're
I-
just
I
talking
didn't.
about the toy drive.
I didn't know we do. I didn't know we were doing a show today.
I'm
I
glad
didn't
you're
know.
here. No, we're glad.
I
I'm glad
got
you're
I got
here.
a
Yeah.
notification that I had a Facebook message. I'm like, oh, okay, what's good? Oh yeah, the Trekcast guys. What are they up to today? Oh, this is the
Oh,
show
yeah, they're
link.
just
Cool. I should be there for that. Mostly,
Yeah,
mostly because um, I have to kind of like I have to be the counter Scott.
that's
I
right.
have to be the anti Scott. If I'm not here, I feel like if left unchecked, his head would just grow
oh,
to proportions that would just not allow him to um,
it
fit
can't
in
even
the
fit
studio.
on the screen. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. It would be too much, and I'm too polite to say anything. So
Exactly. Me, I don't give a shit.
that's
I
right.
don't give a shit. I'll tell him what's what.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I do. I love it.
Yeah. So guys, so for the Trekcast toy drive, like we were saying, just donate locally to your local charities. Like I said, here in America, it's called Toys for Tots. In other places, I'm sure they have an equivalent. And yeah, just donate, share your photos online of what you're donating, and use the hashtag Trekcast Toy Drive. So hopefully we can help spread the cheer this holiday season. So
I'm
Cool.
loving
yeah,
it.
yeah,
I'm loving it.
and yeah, and then today on the show, what do we got? We got the news. We also are going to be talking about Star Trek Con, the radio show or audio drama.
Yes.
So yeah,
That's a thing that some people may have listened to.
that's right.
And it wasn't advertised that much, but man, it was good.
Barely.
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I did see people talk about it. People were pretty into it, and then I did put a thing in the Facebook group asking people's opinions, and we'll go through that and listener feedback.
I'm
Shoot,
also
shoot.
sending you a couple of random pics from the convention.
Oh, nice.
So.
Yeah.
Scott, you were at a convention?
Oh yeah, if you guys didn't know, I was at the Star Trek Trek to Chicago convention over the weekend.
I didn't see any activity in the Facebook group.
I know
No,
I was a
none.
little light on my Facebook postings about that. I do apologize
There
for
he
that.
is.
So Natalie, super
Oh,
super nice
first name
woman.
basis with her now.
Yep, first name basis with her. I actually,
You will address her as Admiral.
it's funny.
Yeah.
I met William Shatner. This is
Okay.
me
Yeah.
and William Shatner.
You and Grandpa.
And I was trying to think because his handler came out and said, "Okay, don't hug him, don't walk behind him. He's probably not going to talk to you." He's 94, so he kind of looked like I don't want a combination of I don't want to be here and I don't know why I'm here. And don't shake his hand, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, okay, I've heard really things like that about William Shatner, so I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna get my picture taken and move on. So I stood on one side of him, my wife stood on the other side of him, and as we're leaving, I just turned around. I just blurted it out. I said, "Love you, Bill," and he goes, "Thanks," and that was it. It was just such a weird but kind of cool moment.
That's cool.
And I wasn't, I'm not a big original series fan. I'm not a real huge William Shatner fan, but my wife is the one that talked me into getting the picture done, because it's, I am a huge Star Trek fan.
Hold on, Dan.
Let me see if I know. Let me see if I know the argument. The argument was clock's ticking, dude.
Yeah, basically.
Dan, let's play a game. How much did it cost to get the photo? We'll go price the right rules.
With William Shatner, I'm gonna say $150.
Oh, I'm gonna go like $225.
Okay, so you're both within the realm. There was I had to buy the ticket. It's weird the way Creation does it. They don't let you pay when you get there. You have to pay online first and then present an e-ticket.
Right.
After taxes and fees, it was about $180.
Okay. So Dan won.
The way they were charging for signatures and autographs and things was weird. Like if you wanted them to sign an 8x10, whether you bought it from them or not, it was a set price. But if you wanted them to sign like an action figure or a ship or a model, it was like $20 more.
Oh, yeah, because you'll throw it up on eBay. That's what they're.
Is that okay? Yeah. Well, I presented them with had the Shat, got the picture with the Shat, but I also got that I probably posted us on the Facebook group, but I met Tim Russ.
Oh, nice.
And I had him sign it because I met Garrett Wong before, so I had him sign it. This is the photo that we took back in 2002, and you'll notice that my wife is standing next to Captain Janeway.
Nice.
So we got that, and then I got Brent Spiner to sign that one. So, and I've also got Jonathan Frakes and Gates McFadden. Gates McFadden was there. In fact, Brent Spiner noticed that Gates McFadden had signed this and said, "Hey, Gates, check this out. He had you sign this back in a few years ago." And she's like, "Oh, yeah." I said, "Oh, yeah, it was in Grand Rapids, Michigan." She goes, "Oh, yeah." Everybody was super pleasant. Brent Spiner was a delight. The woman that plays Admiral Nechayev is exactly the opposite of her character.
Right.
Super warm.
She was acting.
Super friendly. I just walked over there. I wasn't even gonna, I was tapped out financially from autographs and things.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
I'm looking at her booth, and there was nobody there at the time, and I noticed that she had a Wounded Warrior Project donation box, and I'm like, oh. So I reached in, I got a few bucks left. I reached in my wallet, and she looks at me, and she looks at I got an Army hat on. She goes, "Well, thank you for your service, blah, blah, blah." I said, "Tell me about she's like, "I'm a big supporter of the military and the Wounded Warrior, blah, 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 blah."
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is literally the last, like, whatever amount of dollars I have. And I'm in there. And she's like, "Would you like a selfie?" And I'm like, she's like, "Oh, you're a veteran? It's free for you." So got a selfie with it. Super cool. I said, I'm a co-host of a Star Trek podcast called Trekcast. And she's like, "Really?" She grabs one of her cards from her handler and writes her email address on it.
Yeah.
And hands it to me. Says, "Have your producer get a hold of me. I'd love to be on your show."
Oh, that's great.
So that means you can't email her yourself. You have to have Daniel do it just to.
That's right. That's right.
Well, just to set things up. I mean, you're the producer.
That's right.
You're the producer. I'm just talent. I'm not.
So my wife and I met her in Las Vegas like 15 years ago, and she was very, very pleasant lady to talk to.
Mm-hmm.
But what's funny, my wife has seen all of Deep Space Nine, all of Voyager, all of Enterprise, all of TNG, except the first 2 seasons. I didn't subject her to that.
Right.
So she knows characters. She doesn't know their names. So she'll she'll say, "Oh, that's that's the person who was in that episode that blah 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 blah." So my wife spotted her first.
That's the thing that's the guy with the thing on his head. That's the other guy with the thing on his
Yes,
head.
Yeah.
exactly. But my wife pointed her out to me in Vegas, and I'll never forget it. She goes, "Ooh, Admiral Biatch is here."
Oh,
So
that's great.
when we have her on the show, I'll have to let her know what her nickname is in the
I'm
Lombardo
sure she'll
house.
appreciate that story because I even told her, I said, we've talked about her on the show before, obviously, and I said, yeah, we hate your character and we love you. She's like, that's kind of what we were going for.
Yeah, I mean that's a compliment.
Acting.
Yeah, it was a very exciting weekend. There was a ton of stuff I missed because I didn't understand how they had it organized till well more than halfway through it. I'd never been to I hadn't been to a creation. I don't know if the one in 2022. I don't think the one in 2022 was a creation event,
No.
but it was
No.
set up completely different. Now that I know,
Was it at
maybe
the same
next year.
place?
No, this was at the where the
I don't even
heck
remember
was
the name
it?
of the place we went to, but
It was in Rosemont. It wasn't
Oh,
at the
okay.
same place. It was not at the McCormick Center. It was right
Okay.
at the Hyatt,
Yeah.
one of the airport Hyatt or
So the
whatever.
one we went to was when Paramount decided to
They
terminate
were going to do it.
Creation's contract, and we're going to do them ourselves. And I think that
Yeah.
only lasted one or two
Yeah, because they
things.
announced
So
Seattle and they never went.
yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
is the Creation show the official Star Trek convention again, or is it just Creation's
It's
salute to Star
an
Trek?
official Star Trek convention.
I
Maybe
don't know.
Paramount, just with all the shit that's going on with them, they just said, you know what? I don't even want to mess with it.
I wouldn't be surprised if they do decide to do their own cons in the future, just with how much it looks like Paramount is trying to control everything. So,
because it's working out great so far.
well, right now it's still early days, but like a few years from now, I could see
know
them
it.
putting on their own.
I know it. One funny story with Brent Spiner. I told him, I'm host of a Star Trek podcast, and at this point in the con, I had been approached by maybe half a dozen people. And I'm sorry if I forgot some of your names, but I posted as many pictures as I could. Tag yourselves in the Facebook group, and I'd been recognized by about half a dozen people.
Oh yes, you're public.
Which was weird.
Yeah,
Hey, strong
it
beard.
is.
And, hey,
Yeah.
one person came up to me and said Jordy sent me, which was an
Nice.
inside joke from listening to the show. So it was weird. So I'm joking with Brent Spiner, who's a jokester, and I said I'm a co-host of the Star Trek podcast. And somebody said, I think my wife said, you've already been recognized. And I looked at Brent and I'm like, yeah, so I pretty much feel the way you feel like every day, and I handed him a Trekcast sticker. I said, and I had seen a couple people hand him a card or a business card or something like that. I said, here's something else for you to throw away. He grabs it, he throws it behind him. Turns around, reaches back, grabs it again.
Yeah.
But yeah, everybody was super cool, super pleasant. A little bit of a kerfuffle when we first got there. I went up and I said, "Hi, my name is Scott, and this is Desiree. We're from Trekcast. We're on your list." And she went down the list. She said, "What organization you with?" I said, "Trekcast." And then I brought up an email from their main guy. And I said, "I've got an email here." She goes, "Forget it. Here's a couple of passes." I'm like, okay, I'm glad that worked out.
That's what happened to us with the CBS one.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, same thing. They didn't remember us until I pull up the email, and they're like, "Oh, okay, here you go."
Well,
Yeah, here you go.
And because it seems like with all these Comic-Cons, and like the Grand Rapids Comic-Con has been great with, the passes and everything, and I've tried to do as much talking about them as I can and promoting and everything, and I try to talk about the Creation podcast as much as I can, but it seems like every year it gets closer and closer to the event before they send out the emails, and then it gets closer and closer, and closer to the event before I get a confirmation. So
Yeah.
I've got that personality where I start wringing my
Yeah.
hands and overthinking it. And
Yeah.
did they see a Trekcast where they hated me, or is it I'm not invited anymore? No, it just fell through the cracks.
Yeah.
So
That's how it works.
yep.
But
it was a good time. It was a good time.
good. Good. I'm
Yeah.
glad you had a good time. Should we get to the news?
Yeah, unless you guys went to a Star Trek convention this week.
No, sorry, we're not special boys. All right.
Star Trek news.
All right. Our first piece of Star Trek news comes to us from Collider. Get ready, Dan. We're getting our first look at Star Trek Academy. An actor on the show, Rebecca Quinn, better known to the world as WWE's Becky Lynch. She's going to be on the show, and that's our first look at her character, sporting a bob cut, much different than what she usually looks like in the squared circle of the ring. Sure, Dan is familiar, or is kind of familiar with Becky Lynch from WWE.
No idea who that is.
No, okay.
Dan and
She's
I are
a
speechless.
multi-time women's champion and one of the top of the card for the women's division. But
Okay.
yeah, apparently she's
So
getting
she's
into
really
acting.
good. She's really good at acting. Got it.
She's really good at fake fighting. Yes, she's very, very good at fake fighting. She's won a lot of titles for fake fighting, and so now we'll see if she can fake, be a space person. So
Yeah, let's
So
see if
there
she
we
can fake. She can fake Starfleet.
yeah,
Okay.
she fakes getting hurt all the time, so it should be fine. So she does say that she grew up watching Star Trek. She's from Ireland, and so she says that she watched it in Ireland all the time. Oh, Dan disappeared.
He's sick of this news story already.
That's right. That's right. He's like all
He's
these
out.
fake fighters, and now I'm going to be a fake Star Trek host, and here we go.
Next.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So that's her first look. People were pretty excited about this. For me as a giant wrestling fan, it's cool that she's on there. I haven't been this excited for a wrestler to be on Star Trek since The Rock on Voyager. So
gotta love it.
that's
Gotta
right.
love it.
Maybe the Big Show on Enterprise. I don't know. All right. Our next news story comes to us from Trekcore.com. Let me pull up this article. We were getting an update. Do you remember that Star Trek Voyager documentary that was supposed to happen?
Yes,
Like
I've been
5
reading up
years
on
ago?
this. I've been reading up on this.
Yeah,
because I'm
they
doing a
raised,
Voyager
like,
rewatch right
1.3
now.
Yeah, they raised like $1.3 million. They have shown a rough cut to some of their backers already, but they do say they are still working on it. They are still trying to get it done, and so it is still moving along. And they just wanted people to remember, hey, we said we would do this, and we are going to do it. But yeah, man.
Well, they're also warning against. Apparently, there's like something floating around YouTube that's just a fan-made scene cut. It's just cut scenes from Voyager. That they're saying this is the Voyager documentary. So it's not it. This is having even a longer and more dramatic, out of the gate than even what we left behind.
Well, and the other thing too is like the longer this goes, the more their costs are because it's going longer.
Sure.
So that's another problem. They'll probably have to look at raising money again. So it's a problem the longer this goes. So hopefully they can get it together and get it done. But that's the wild thing about these documentaries. Sometimes they take a life of their own, and it's a completely different thing. So just wanted to share that update. And then
someday there's going to be a Trekcast documentary.
That's right. And then our last news story comes to us from the Gaming Bible, my favorite news source. And I don't know if you know, but this Black Friday, there was a certain Enterprise for sale at Lego stores for about $400. And it totally sold out within minutes. The big Enterprise D, everybody wanted the D. Every good boy and girl wanted the D for Christmas.
Yes.
And it sold out quickly. That little bonus shuttlecraft that went out too pretty quick. So last I saw, they have restocked. So hopefully you can catch some, but you're not going to get the shuttlecraft. You just get the D. So no bonus for you.
All right. Well, we can. I guess we can start a
crowdfunding.
crowdfunding.
Get your Enterprise. Get your D.
No, I
No.
suppose if we could crowdfund it, get the requisite $1,200 to pay for all three of us to get it. But I novelty versions of other things is not my biggest thing. I wouldn't even be hip on playing Star. I mean, I would play Star Trek Monopoly, but in the back of my mind, I would just be thinking about Boardwalk instead of Starbase One or whatever. It's like Sheldon said on Big Bang Theory. I don't like novelty versions of Monopoly. I prefer regular and Klingon. But
I'm not a
Legos. I love Legos. I wish
Yeah.
I said this on the show before. I wish I played with Legos more as a kid and as an adult than I do. I have some Legos, but they're a great toy. They're just insanely expensive.
Yeah, it's just not for me, man.
Yeah,
Dan's the
I
same
thought
boat.
about it.
Yeah.
I thought about it. No, I don't like the Lego figures. I think they look awful.
If I were to get a $400 version of the Enterprise D, I would want to make it as accurate as possible, detailed as possible, which obviously doesn't include little
penship. Yes.
Right. I would like to, maybe someday I'll buy a like from eBay or something, an Enterprise D model and put it together myself. And
it's going to be double its price on eBay.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
But that's what I would rather have than a Lego version.
I went to a toy show in early November, and they had, it was the Enterprise like wannabe like pretend Legos, but from they did like Kelvin movie Lego sets, but they weren't Legos. It was in like another. They had the Enterprise from that.
Yep, I have that.
Yeah, and it was like they were selling it in the box, still brand new, like $175. And I thought about it, but yeah.
It's that's expensive. I mean, that's Eric Woods, by the way, is the name of the fan that I met. That all of us went to. It's funny because we all went to DiGiorno's together.
Yep.
So really nice guy, really fun to see him again. It was like I said, it was just weird to meet up with fans.
Yeah. Yeah, but this thing, it sold out. But last I read, they did restock or it's a back order or something like that. So hopefully all the good children get their teas for Christmas this year.
We've got a fan from the other side of the pond that says he is going to get it and he's going to give us updates. So.
Oh, nice. Nice. Yeah, I on the Instagram account, I've made friends with a Lego influencer, and she bought it, and she is currently putting it together. She told me she will give us a report. Might even be something that she can put on the show. So.
Okay. When we get to listener feedback, I got one from Tim and one from another fan. So, and it looks like Tim did pick it up. So
cool. Well, then let's get to the main topic and move along.
Fun will now commence.
What happened to fun will now commence?
It was there.
Was it? Oh, I didn't hear it.
Yeah.
Huh. Oh, you know what? There's a setting that I saw that said stereo or no stereo.
Oh, yeah, that's probably what. Oh, I bet that's what it is with Dan and why he doesn't hear the audio.
I bet that's.
Yeah.
All right. If I drop out, I apologize.
Okay. Waiting game. Morning, gents. Glad I could catch you this morning. Yes. Good morning. Yeah. So, our main topic, we are talking Star Trek Khan. It was an audio drama that was released on, basically on podcast feeds. So, it started, it was released September 8th, went all the way through November. It starred a lot of big Star Trek names. George Takei was part of it. Tim Russ was part of it. But the big star of the show was Naveen Andrews as Khan. He is better known as what's his name? The guy from Lost, right? Wasn't he in Lost?
I watched Lost over my wife's shoulder occasionally, so
okay. But he played Khan, so he is now our fourth Khan if you count the little kid on Strange New Worlds.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Doctor Strange.
Yes, that's right. This guy I think he did a great job as Khan.
So do I.
Yeah, the premise of this is that there's like some lost tapes telling the true story of what happened on Ceti Alpha V.
Right. And
And
there's a historian that wants to get a hold of these lost tapes, and there's some people in Starfleet that aren't happy about it, especially friends of Captain Kirk, because they think that
why are you digging up this past?
Yeah, why are you digging up this past? Are you trying to, say, why would you say good things about this man that hurt our friend and tried to kill our friend and stuff like that?
Right. Yeah. And like even George Takei is like, I don't want anything to do with this guy. Khan was the
Yeah.
worst. Yeah. So it's kind of interesting.
So it takes place
here.
on the Excelsior.
There's Naveen Andrews, for those of you who are wondering. It's that guy. Yeah. Dan, did you get a chance to listen to this? Not at all, or any of them?
I didn't.
Okay. But
Sorry.
it's okay.
Podcasts are a thing that if your lifestyle, if you're the way your life happens, if you have a tiny commute to work and then at work you don't have access to electronics or something like that, it's difficult to listen to a lot of podcasts.
Yeah.
I drive a semi, so I can listen to a lot of podcasts. Sometimes I get so bored, I listen to this podcast.
Right.
So,
That's pretty bored.
Yeah.
Because I've listened to this podcast.
Let me tell you,
awful.
nobody's a bigger critique of me than me. I can't stay out. Anyways. I'm a pretty big critic of myself, but so I've got tons of time to listen to podcasts, and so I get
I have time at work to listen to them too. So
you have a 10-minute commute to work, but then you get to work and you work retail or you work something that you can't pop headphones in, and it's difficult to listen to podcasts just sitting there on your couch. But
I listen to a lot of different podcasts, and so I got to listen to this, and man, I really enjoyed it. I think it may be up there with like actually good new Star Trek that's fairly recent.
Yeah.
I think it was a good story. It's only like 9 episodes.
Yep.
Each episode.
And the episodes aren't super long. They're right
they're
around
maybe half an hour. When you take out the commercials.
Yeah. I listened to it on YouTube.
Oh yeah, that's another place to listen to it.
And there weren't any commercials. So
Right.
Yeah, I just listened on YouTube and
isn't it a commercial itself?
Well, Waiting Game says, is this connected at all to the Strange New World episode where Lon and Kirk, Lon leaves the freaking gun in the kid Khan's room? No, this is not that I saw any connection to.
Is it connected at all to Picard season 2, where they teased the Khan project or whatever it was?
No,
that's right.
This was I believe this was completely only connected with Star Trek 2 and Space Seed.
Okay.
Right.
So they're tying up a thread that wasn't loose and leaving the loose ones as is.
You know how like you watch an episodic version of a thing, and then you watch, let's say Smallville. You watch an episodic version of a thing, 10 seasons or something, and then you watch a movie version of that thing, and it's like, holy crap, a lot went on in these episodes.
Yeah.
And not a lot of backstory went on in the movie.
Right.
This villain lasted for 17 years, but in the movie he was on screen for 7 minutes and then was killed off.
Right.
That's what this did for Khan. It explained his motivations. It explained why he became such an asshole. It explained why he was so emotional about Kirk and about what happened. And to be honest with you, you're not on Khan's side for a majority of this show.
Yeah. It is based on a story by Nicholas Meyer.
I don't know if you sympathize with him, but you definitely empathize with him.
Yeah, you empathize with him. But it is based on a story by Nicholas Myers, the writer of Wrath of Khan. So that kind of helps too. So it does dovetail into that pretty well. He didn't write all the scripts for this, but it's like I guess he told them a story or whatever, and they based it off of that. But yeah, it's put on by Secret Hideout, who is the Kurtzman company, and surprisingly, this thing is pretty good. Kind of emotional in some parts, and without having crying characters, which is kind of amazing.
Yep.
Yeah, it's they deal with human emotions like humans do, and it's really well done. I think it's no Picard season 3, but it's pretty high up there though. It's pretty
Yeah.
it's among the better stuff that we've received recently.
So it starts out, the story takes place over many, many years from the time of basically the end of Space Seed, the first season episode where Khan and his crew are introduced, all the way to, 6 months after the events of Star Trek II, something along those lines.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it also jumps back and forth between Ceti Alpha V and the Excelsior, which Captain Sulu commands.
Right.
But we also learn in Voyager that Tuvok was on the Excelsior.
Mm-hmm.
So there's interactions between Sulu, Tuvok, and this historian trying to gather all this information.
And then the other thing about that is, like, typically when they bring on the legacy characters like that, it takes forever until they show up, and they show up for like 2 minutes and then they're out, right? It's just enough to say that they're in there. But these guys, like Tim Russ, George Takei, they're in there quite a bit. Granted, it's an audio drama, so they probably were in the studio for an afternoon and done. But they're in there quite a bit, so it's kind of nice. They spread them through the entire series, so it's good to hear them quite a bit.
Yeah, yeah.
So what's disappointing about hearing this is that if I remember correctly, this was originally written to be a miniseries.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And then they went audio drama with it.
And it sounds like probably would have been pretty good, but instead we got Section 31.
Right.
Which is, as we all know, a steaming pile of trash.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yep.
I don't get it.
I think I can get myself in the head of the studio and why it went that route. Here's my just complete guess at it. I don't know. I wasn't in the meetings. But my thought is, you had Michelle Yeoh, who had just won the Oscar, and they said, hey, we have a brand new Oscar winner, or we have old actors who don't look like their characters, and we could do a miniseries.
Yeah, I'm not suggesting they should have used George Takei and Tim Russ. I think it would have been most appropriate to recast those roles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because they've aged out of the characters.
This was only, Section 31, I think we did the math, and it was a few decades after we last saw her.
Mm-hmm.
It was supposed to have passed, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it was only another decade or so until this takes place.
Right.
They could have had her in this as that character. You can't tell me you can't come up with a subplot involving Section 31 in this story that you just described, these tapes that Starfleet doesn't want coming out.
That's like right in their wheelhouse. Hidden tapes that, I know. Yeah.
And the idea that
too.
it's the 23rd century and it's tapes that cracks me up a little.
Right. Well, we say tapes because of us, but
I know.
I think they say tapes in the original series. So
yeah.
Every time I watch A New Hope and that guy is dressing down Vader in the conference room and he starts talking about the stolen data tapes, I'm like, I mean, you made Greedo shoot first, but you can't like dub that out, make it a thumb drive or something.
Data rods or data something, chips or anything. Yeah. I like the voice casting was great. There was a couple of times I thought that the main woman who was an augment and Dr. Marla McGivens, who was the original, she was kind of portrayed as the traitor of the Enterprise because she went with Khan. I thought that they sounded an awful lot alike, so it was difficult to figure out,
that was
especially when they're talking to each other.
Yeah.
Who was who? Yeah. I again, and I've said this before on the show, I turn my brain off when I listen to stuff like this. So most surprises at the end, and I'm not going to give away the big surprise reveal, but there's a surprise reveal at the end. I caught that it does change things a little bit, and I caught that just before they revealed it. I'm like, oh, I bet that, and I was right. I'm like, every time I'm right about a plot point, I'm like, yay! I'm not the dumbest guy in the room.
Yeah, I had an inkling early on that there was a relationship, but as to the nature of the relationship, that I didn't clock until.
Okay. They could definitely continue on that, depending on if they consider this a shackle to canon or just a light bondage to canon.
If they have a stapler with canon.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I get zip ties maybe,
Yeah,
I could accept this as canon.
I don't understand what's happening right now.
We talked about the D, and now we're into
Yeah. Well, we've talked about them not being shackled to canon anymore. They've literally said that. Yes. And so we're like, okay, well, how about just lightly, connecting yourself to canon every once in a while.
That's right.
Not making a Section 31 and a Captain Garrett that makes 0 sense chronologically. Let's do that, because they're writers and they can do that. I've heard that writers are pretty good at figuring out stories around another story.
Oh, not necessarily.
Some of them are.
Some of them are. Some are not. They try.
I could accept this as canon.
Yeah.
So the introduction of the other species was interesting.
That was interesting as well.
Yep. I thought their accents was a little. I wasn't a fan of their accents because they sounded a little. I don't know.
Yeah, Jamaican was a weird choice.
It was an Earth accenty kind of thing.
Yeah, man.
Almost New Jersey or something. It was not.
Yeah, it was different. It was different. Yeah.
But that was an interesting kind of a little plot thing. I'm glad they didn't make. I'm glad they made them powerful, but not all powerful.
Right.
So.
Khan was a dick, but not really. Like, he had reasons, and he kind of explained his logic, and it made sense. But
yeah, by the time Chekhov got to him in Star Trek II, he had already descended into madness. Because of everything they've been through, everything they'd lost. Because he lost far more than what he said.
In your ears too.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's kind of fun.
Yeah, he lost a lot more than he said in Star Trek II.
Right.
But he didn't have any reason to say it to Kirk in Star Trek II.
Right.
So I like the fact that they stuck to canon pretty well, and as far as I know, I don't know a ton about Space Seed or the backstory.
Yeah.
How many people were on the Botany
Bay? But I really liked it, Dan. I would recommend listening to it. I think you'd enjoy it.
Yeah, I might give it a shot.
Yeah.
And talking about, because this was basically an audiobook, it's
9 episodes, each about a half an hour, so 4.5 hours total.
Okay.
But they're like old 1920s radio plays, sound effects.
Well, and that's the thing I was going to talk about.
Does the narrator talk like this and tell you that Khan is blah, 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 blah.
When I'm listening to things on the road, I'm listening to podcasts like
Khan is on his way. We must find him right away.
Jeez. You can do one of those
serials, right now, damn it. Fire!
Yeah, you sound like you could play like a Commissioner Gordon from the 1940s. Oh, old Batman or Superman.
Yeah.
But there's audiobooks, and these stories are a little bit different because it's not one person reading the entire story. But I've been doing some reading up on the difference between reading a book and listening to a book. And cognitively, they're about the same. So, I it's hard for me to my attention span to, and for time reasons to sit there and read a book. But listening to an audiobook, I can do that. And from what I've read, that activates the same centers of your brain, educational centers of your brain that reading does.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this thing. It was really good. So, I wouldn't mind if they did this more often with Star Trek, especially now with our legacy actors are a little bit older, so you could get away with more stories going this route. I'm sure it's cheaper too than
I was just going to mention that
the
production cost can't be too much. I mean,
yeah.
You come in and record all your lines all at once, and you're done. I mean, George Takei couldn't have been in that booth for more than an hour.
Yeah, probably not. Maybe half-hour set or 4-hour session in between everything. So whatever. But it was well done, and I hope they do more of these things. What would you like to see in the future? Well, like what kind of audio dramas?
Well, probably not a continuation because the story's done. Another, hey, let's look at this again. Let's look at that again. There's so many strings that can be tugged on, or even, I know Dan mentioned they tugged at a string that wasn't, loose. Okay, but it's still interesting stories out there. I offhand, I can't really think of anything, but
that audio, that Archer show we keep hearing about with him being older and his kids, he's the president. I wouldn't mind something along those lines. That'd be kind of interesting,
Sure.
You can't get Scott Bakula to do a show. Maybe you do a story about that.
Yep. So. I'd listen to it.
Yeah.
And then we do a show about it, and we'd convince Dan to listen to it too.
There you go. So, all right.
Anything can happen.
Maybe. Might be a Christmas miracle if he listens to it. I think the Christmas miracle will be like if we get through Starfleet Academy. Yeah. That'll be the miracle.
Hey, we could be way off. Those episodes could drop, and it could be like Strange New World season 1 or Picard season 3. It's like, wow, this is like the best Trek has to offer.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Hopefully.
Maybe.
I want to be wrong. I really want to be wrong.
False hope is better than no hope at all.
That's right.
Fake enthusiasm is better than genuine depression.
Waiting.
When's that start?
Huh?
January.
When does that start? January?
January 15th, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Waiting Game says, what about a story about Tom Paris after Voyager got back to Earth? That might be cool. Yes, and I told this on the show before. I did a ChatGPT story about the hours after, not years or months, but like the minutes and hours after Voyager gets back. Like, how does that work? What's the first questions they want to ask? What is that first meeting like? And ChatGPT with a little bit of guidance from me came up with kind of a fun little story that I bet could be turned into an audio thing.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Well, let's get back to listener feedback then, since we're pretty much done with this.
Listener feedback.
Okay, I did hear both the music and the voice on that one. So.
Oh, nice.
Can you?
Nice.
I don't know if you have the ability. Can you play "Fun Will Now Commence"?
No.
Just for my no. Okay.
The video. You want me to play that?
Yeah. I know this is good pod, but I just wanted to see if my
Fun will now commence.
Yeah, I heard both things. I heard the music.
Should we go through all of them?
So,
Dance. Help you feel good.
Thanks, Whatever.
Dan, did you hear "Fun Will Now Commence" along with the music?
Fun Will Now Commence is at the beginning of that clip, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know how it is for you guys, but when you play a clip like that, it automatically mutes the audio for me.
Right.
And I have to reach out and unmute it. So I don't know if I didn't hear it. I don't know if I didn't hear it or if I didn't unmute it in time.
Oh,
So.
yeah.
I got all sorts of sound effects here
D,
that I can
baby.
play. Yeah. Yeah, I got all sorts.
Welcome to Trekcast After Dark.
That's right. That's right.
Worst episode ever.
So,
Okay, I think we
Yeah.
got some listener feedback. Do you have any emails?
I don't have emails. I do have feedback on Star Trek Con. I put in the Facebook group that, hey, if you wanted to tell us what you thought about it, that'd be great. And so overall, people really enjoyed it. James Riley listened to the whole thing, so it was released, very solid, very clear on what they were doing, and answered all the questions it raised before the end. Nicholas loved it. Gerald says it needs a miniseries. Jason loved it as well. Norman, excellent, best Star Trek in a while. And Matt was the only one who said no. I don't know if that means he did not listen to it or refused to listen to it. Just a no. So
Okay.
yeah.
Some
yeah.
people aren't into podcasts or into audiobooks. I
Yeah.
get that.
Yeah.
So,
Let's see what else. Yeah. If you guys want to join us here on the show, X up in the chat. So put an X, and I will send you a link to join us. But for those of you wondering who want to participate also on our social media channels, we have all sorts of social media channels to join us. Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. We're all over the place. We just went over 18,000 followers on Instagram this week. So
nice.
yeah, so it's moving along. We're actually live on Instagram right now, so hello Instagram. For those
Hello,
It's not going to be
Instagram.
long before we're all recognized like at the store.
Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. And then you can also call us and leave us a voicemail at 570-661-0001. That's 570-661-0001. Leave us a voicemail. We will turn you into an animated creature, and it'll be a good time. So, yeah. Just no one's going to answer your phone call, though.
Nope.
Yeah, it's going to go straight to voicemail, so it's not like one of us is going to pick up and you're going to have an awkward conversation. Just
That's right.
I talked to a lot of guys this weekend that said they'd call into the show sometimes. So call into the show and just say, hey, it's so and so. So and tell us about whatever the topic's going to be, or you can talk about whatever you want, Trek related or not Trek related or whatever. I mean, Daniel will post it. Or he'll play it.
Oh yeah, got a ton of little characters that I can turn people into. And then, one more time, I do want to bring up the toy drive. So, like we said, there's a lot of different charities all around the world, and we want to help out the less fortunate. So, if you're going to donate some toys to, your local charity for this holiday season, just take some photos of them and use the hashtag Trekcast Toy Drive, and that way we can spread the cheer all around this holiday season. So, it's the Trekcast Toy Drive. I should probably get some sort of sound effect to go with this, but.
Something jingly,
Yeah, something jingly.
Something jingly.
Yeah. Doesn't look like anyone is Xing up, so that's cool. Anything else you guys want to bring up?
I got a couple of emails.
Oh, go for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you send them to yourself or?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I'm not that hard up for attention.
Okay, all right.
I'm hard up for attention.
At the con, on the con, he asked Brent Spine, "Hey Brent, if you could send me this email right here."
That's right. That's right. This email is it's written in crayon from William Shatner.
That's right. So this one's from Brandon. It's like, hello, Strongbeard. Just checked out your Nemesis edition of Trekcast. He said he loved the mention of Jerry Goldsmith and it being his last Trek score and close to the end of his life.
I totally understood that. He started another podcast that's like the anti-us. But they're our nemesis.
Trekcast Nemesis.
It's a very serious Star Trek podcast.
Very predictable.
Very, very predictable.
Always stick to the script.
That's right. Always.
Yep. Chad is right.
Very in line.
Oh, we're pulling some deep ones now. He goes, I'm a big Goldsmith collector and fan, as am I. He was awesome, and I continue to enjoy his music, Trek and otherwise. It was great to hear him brought up. In the episode, you, talking about me, suggested his son Joel, who did come in to help with First Contact, as Jerry had some scheduling problems and overrun of the film, might be a good idea to compose future Trek. I said that. I said his son Joel. Yeah, Joel passed away in 2012 of cancer. So I didn't know that. So rest in peace, Joel Goldsmith. Big fan of you and your father. So he goes on to say, therefore, I think it's unlikely he's to compose anything Trek in the future, but he loved the First Contact team up. And he's a fan of the podcast and will be listening always. So yeah, thank you, Brandon. I appreciate that. Keep them coming in. I got one more from our buddy Tim Lamb. He said, "Hey guys, Tim in Australia again. Picked up the new Lego Enterprise on Friday. Have made a start on assembly, but had some minor surgery on my arm on Thursday, so things are a little slow, which got me thinking, along with hoverboards and self-lacing Nikes, where are the dermal regenerators at? The future was not what we were promised. As you can see, even early in the build, the shape of the Enterprise is very recognizable. He sent on some photos that I'll post on the Trekcast Facebook group. He said also he saw this license plate, which amused me. The license plate, it says the Big D, and it's clearly a reference to Star Trek. I hope. And he said, "Have fun, guys. Stay warm as winter approaches. It's not even summer, and we're forecast for 106 degrees Fahrenheit tomorrow." Good Lord! And yeah, he posted some pictures of some progress, and I'm not going to post the picture of his surgery because that looks like a nasty scar. But yeah, so he's got it. Tim's gonna keep us posted on the Enterprise D build, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. A waiting game did
thanks.
put a question.
Feel better.
Yeah, I feel better, man.
Absolutely.
A waiting game did put a question in the chat. Is it just me? Star Trek Academy look like ass? Why are they making this show? That's a great question, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great question. So, who knows why? Chaz did just put up the X, so I think he's trying to get on and join us as well.
Yeah.
So we'll give him a minute, see if he comes back on. Yeah.
Give him a quickie.
Yeah,
I gotta run.
Okay.
I did give out a lot of these at the convention, the Trekcast stickers.
Nice.
People really liked them. So,
what was your favorite thing about the convention?
You know, both my conversation with Admiral Nechayev and my conversation with Brent Spiner. Was nice. It was, Natalie, who plays Nechayev, she was just so warm and friendly, and not at all because we've all been to conventions and stuff like that, and Comic-Cons and stuff, and just not at all standoffish. And
that's cool. That's cool.
She supports the troops, which I dig. So and Brent was just a bowl full of laughs.
Yeah, he's
just
making jokes all the
time. Yeah, he's a character, and and like I said, I missed a lot of the panels because these photo ops and things are scheduled at certain times. So I found myself in conflict with, your fans Brent Spiner, Gates McFadden panel, and having to get a picture with Tim Russ, or not being able to see the Jerry Ryan Tim Russ panel because I've got a photo op scheduled with Brent Spiner.
Speaking of the picture with Tim Russ, I'm just curious, how much did Tim pay for his Strongbeard photo?
I my lawyer says I'm not at liberty to give out my prices right now.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
As soon as I release the website, the prices will be known.
Got it.
I was wondering who took care of Chad while you were gone.
That's a good question.
Is it like when you go out of town, you just like put a lot of food in the cat's bowl?
Basically,
the cat's good.
Yeah. He's got a box with sand in it.
Oh, God. A box with sand in it.
I'm picturing Picard, Beverly, and Worf in the skin tight black outfits. Yes. They're going to rescue Chad.
Yes. Someday.
Uh-huh.
Someday he'll break free. Jasmine is on the line, so let me bring him in. There he is.
So what'd you do, Strongbeard? Get a kiddie pool and just fill it with like some litter box, and then
basically,
like
it's one of the
some Homer buckets
sandbox
filled with water and cat food.
Yep.
It's like here
We
you
go every.
Chad.
I've got a hose. It's like I built. When we built the house,
got a hose?
it's like a dog washing station down in the basement.
Oh God!
I go in there, hose it down, everything goes down the drain, and
yeah. All right.
At this point, I'll be honest, he's pretty feral. He's pretty feral.
Does he have a strong beard?
He does. He's got a he pulls it out. He rips his out, but he's looking pretty feral. He doesn't really speak in complete sentences anymore.
Yeah, okay.
A lot of grunts.
A lot of grunts. Oh no.
Yeah.
So Chad's like O'Brien right now.
That's right.
When O'Brien got stuck in the prison.
In the mine prison.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's another story I would like to hear. The rehab of O'Brien.
Poor Chad.
More than just the episode we have, or the rehab.
How's everybody Thanksgiving?
That's what I'd like to see.
Yeah. Oh, Thanksgiving was great, man. Did you have a good Thanksgiving? Jasmine?
Yeah. I mean, I just woke up. I forgot the show was even on today. So
there
I
you
was
go.
like, oh my God, it's Sunday.
You and Dan both.
Pal. Me too, pal.
Did you listen to Star Trek Khan?
I've been too busy this week, so I missed the whole last part. I'm still catching up on Stranger Things. So
okay, yeah.
The rest of my family's all about Stranger Things too. But
this season's not as good as the last one. So I don't know. It's not hitting me.
Okay,
guys, I got to run, so I'm gonna bow out. It's good to see everyone.
All right.
Yeah, it's good to see you.
Talk soon. See you on the next episode. Thanks.
Sounds good.
Sounds good. See you, Dan.
Is next episode next week or 2 weeks?
That's a good question. We'll figure it out.
We don't know.
We don't know, man. We just kind of wing it.
Yeah.
Well, I noticed that. So.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. We got some things to figure out. We got the end of the year awards too to figure out.
Group last night to see if you guys had if you're doing it. I saw the con and I was like, well, I guess they're not doing it, so I'm gonna sleep in today.
Yeah, no, we got to figure out the end of the year awards. So I'll make a posting in the Facebook group and give because we need award categories. So hopefully people can help us with some award categories.
That's right, because I'm the secretary for that. I write down everything and then send it to you later.
That's right. So
that's what you're talking about. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'll make a posting about that, and then that way we can at least start collecting. And then, Jasmine, did you see our announcement about the toy drive?
No, I didn't.
Okay, so good chance to talk about it. We're doing a Trekcast toy drive this year. So instead of you guys sending us stuff here to us, and then we donate it to our local places, we have so many listeners all over the place. We're asking that you donate to your own local charities, like Toys for Tots or whatever it is you have locally to your area, and then just share photos of your donation using the hashtag Trekcast Toy Drive. So pretty simple. So just donate and show us what you donate.
Yeah, I love this generating buzz for stuff like this. I've been involved in things like this through my union and things like that, and doing stuff like this to generate buzz always helps out whatever drive you're doing, tots or whatever that might be where you live, so don't be shy about taking your pics and posting them on all of our social media, just generate that buzz. That's what it's all about. So I think this is a great thing.
Yeah. And then to do it to our own local charities, local to us, I think it's kind of nice. So
yeah, I think it's a win-win-win.
So yeah. Wild Bill says, this is the most unpredictable Star Trek podcast. Yes. Even we don't know what's going to happen next. So.
It's good pod. It's just good pod.
That's right. That's right.
So, Scott, did you get to see Shatner?
I did. Yeah. I did.
He told a story about it. It's on the show.
I told a story. It's on the show.
Yeah.
So
you have to go back and listen to it.
Yeah. Here's a picture of me and my wife wearing the Trekcast. I'm wearing the Trekcast shirt, and so
that's pretty cool. You gonna frame that over the fireplace now?
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I've got him and the other
kids. You're gonna
I've
cut
got
out
granddad and an uncle. So yeah, I've got quite the collection here.
It's very cool.
So
right on.
Just
take. And I also got my picture with Brent Spiner. That was fun.
Oh, that's awesome.
Nice.
So yeah.
It's like, you don't look like Data. You got old.
You got old. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
well, I think that's pretty much wrapping it up. Like we've gone quite a while. So
okay.
Yeah, I think we've covered a lot. I think I monopolized enough of the show today. So
there you go.
I tried to buy the Lego Star Trek this week, and it was sold out. So.
Oh yeah, it sold out quick.
Yeah.
We had a whole news
story.
And it sucks
because you don't get the shuttlecraft with it now.
Yeah,
so I don't think so.
I'm sure you can go on eBay and look for it and pay like 3 times as much for it.
Yeah, I pay more for the shuttlecraft than the Enterprise.
Yeah,
that's gonna be a collector's thing.
Yes.
I was reading about there are people now because Lego, like old Lego sets, are so valuable and they go up so much in price. There are people who just like instead of like buying stocks or bonds, they buy Lego sets and just hold on to them, and then try to sell them like 4 or 5 years later, and that's their investment. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I've
got one more 30-second story I want to tell.
Yeah, go for it.
All right.
So I was going around to all the different booths, and there was a fan group there. It wasn't Starfleet International, it was something else. Guy named Brad introduced him. He introduced me. I introduced myself, and we got to talking. And he looks up at my hat and he goes, "What was your MOS?" That's military speak for military job. I said, "I was a truck driver." He goes, "Oh, 88 Mike." Civilians don't know these terms, so I'm like, "Okay, what was your MOS?" He goes, "I was a medic." He said, "When did you serve?" And I told him when I served. He goes, "Any deployments?" And I said, "Yeah, I was Iraq 03, 04, 08, 09. He goes, "I was in Iraq in 08, 09. He goes, where were you stationed?" I said, "Q West." He goes, "Turns out this dude and I were stationed in Iraq at the same base at the same time." Like,
that's
just
crazy.
Yeah, it was just absolutely nuts. Super nice guy. So he said he's gonna interact with the show. And
do you think you may have met him and just like like a quick that's
thousands of people on base, but
probably.
Yeah, I probably sat next to him in the chow hall.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Or maybe Scott, crazy. You have a stalker now.
Maybe I have a stalker. Yeah.
Stalking Scott. I'm just flipping it. So.
Come on, I just got into my have fans phase. Let me have that phase before I start getting stalkers.
Scott, this is what happens. You keep people in the basement, and eventually you end up in the basement of somebody else.
I thought you had to have more sex appeal to have stalkers.
No.
I'm safe from that, right?
No. That guy wants the D for Christmas for sure.
Yes.
Well, Daniel, thanks for indulging me with all my stories about the con and all that.
Yeah. Good times. Well, thanks everybody for listening. We'll catch you next time. Bye.
Okay. Thank you.
This is Captain Benjamin Sisko of Deep Space Nine and Space God to the Bajorans. I have a mission for you. This falls outside of Starfleet guidelines. So I can't order you, but I'm asking for volunteers. Volunteers who will subscribe to the Trekcast YouTube channel, leave 5-star reviews on your podcast app of choice, and share Trekcast across your social media accounts. If we can make our audience bigger, we might have a chance against the Dominion. Are you ready? Subscribe, like, and share. Are you with me?